Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding. Motion. And today I want to talk to you about a concept that probably leads a lot of people to misunderstand what it is I'm doing when I'm doing my repetitions. And some of the repetitions you'll see me do are full range of motion, some of them are partial range of motion, and sometimes you'll see me do something in between where I'm not going all the way down and I'm not going all the way up either. And you'll find that there is this sweet spot that I perform the repetition in. Why is that? Well, let's talk about the power band principle. Now, I'm not talking about elastic bands. I understand some of you guys use those bands, those power bands and stuff, and yeah, there can be some effect from that as well. But I find, in my opinion, I don't find that those are optimal because of actually the same reason of why I use the power band principle during my free weight movements. So what you're gonna find is that in some movements, there's an ideal stretch where you could take advantage of the elasticity of the muscle, but at the same time, you're not stretching so much that it becomes awkward to break out of the hole. So what that means is that you'll be able to use optimal weight or more weight in order to take advantage of that elasticity of the muscle and then perform the repetitions. And of course, I don't lock out because I don't want to rest the muscle at the top either, because once again, I'm taking advantage of that kinetic energy. And by doing so, I a lot of times will get extra reps and extra stress on that particular range of motion and on that muscle that I'm experiencing the elastic effect with. And therefore, I get way more results from that. Now, back in the day, I took lots of clients through this type of training where they were performing movements in the classical way, sometimes getting joint irritation, and sometimes they were just always at a sticking point. They never could break free of the plateau that they were stuck at. And the main reason was because they weren't challenging the main muscle, they were challenging these little muscles at the bottom, and those muscles were becoming overwhelmed, but the big muscles just never even got touched. So as soon as they started to use their body efficiently, they started to blast through their plateaus and put on strength and muscle mass, so much so that some people are saying, well, geez, what the hell's going on? I mean, this guy's been training for several years and all of a sudden he trains with Galant and he's getting results. This is really why. It's because so many people are so focused on doing something because that's what they're told, instead of using the body in the way that it was meant to move. And if you use the body in the way that it was meant to move, what happens is that it is freer to adapt. It's not trying to deal with trauma as much as actual, real exercise stress. Now, if you're getting results doing full range of motion and so forth, that's fine because maybe that is more natural for you. Maybe you are experiencing that elastic effect from doing your range of motion with whatever exercise it is that you find is working for you. But for some people, if they try to mimic that full range of motion, they will lose the advantage of that power band or that elasticity in the main muscle group, and therefore they will not be challenging the main muscle group. So I thought this is a great concept to think about when you're training. If you're noticing that you're just always trying to awkwardly break out of the hole of a movement, perhaps you're making the movement too awkward for yourself, and that's why you're stuck at a plateau. Motion. So yeah, I was just thinking about myself the other day. Right? Because that's what we all do. I was just thinking about what works and why, when I train, I was getting results, supposedly doing everything wrong. Well, this is why. You're better off doing things wrong and getting results than doing them right and not getting results. That's my opinion, and honestly, that's the truth. Mountain. And yeah, guys, just so you know, I just finished writing the book. I just finished at the coffee shop today. And now I have to go into the edit phase and to, get a couple readers to figure out if they like it or not, or maybe if it's just good for toilet paper. We'll see. But I should have that up and going at some point if I get some positive responses from it. If I don't, you probably will never see the book. So that's what I got to say about that. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgalantbodybuilding.com. Thanks to the page supporters, and take care for now. Oh yeah!